Saying something? Better. Hasbinallah, Rabbinallah. Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah. Welcome to you, sir. How are you doing, sir? Nobody has question? If I ask you one question, you're all going to fail. So you know everything? You don't ask question? Tourists. You have a problem? Question? I thought you was going to say something earlier.
Report. Maybe we should put it report.
Smiley, show it to you. Okay, what are you saying? Huh? Yeah, what? Leave the report. Leave that juggle out there.
It's not belongs to the center. Doesn't matter what it is.
That's headlines.
Huh?
Headlines.
Wants to be happy. There's somebody who wants to be happy. Doesn't matter. He's good or bad. He always wants to be happy. New ideology. It doesn't matter what I do. I just have to be happy. Big sickness. The Prophet saying, alayhi salatu wasalam, hide yourself. So,
before you mentioned the Sohbet, that the first century man would go to universities to get education.
degrees. Education.
At the wrong time.
Well, I mean, it's not completely wrong.
Wrong kind.
But
But to be able to build this building, first, to use this building in the right way, in the comfortable way, and the safe way, you need to have a blueprint. You need to have an architect. You need to have foundation, right? So the strongest the foundation is, the better usage you're going to get from this building. You're going to build the building properly. So now, you need this worldly education, definitely. We are not against worldly education. We are not against for a man being doctor or being attorney, right? We are against to those doctors that they think that they are creator. We are against to those attorneys that they are liars, that they think that every case that they are taking, that they have to protect their own client and whatever they have to do to win. So what is the justice in this now? So now, who's going to take cases like that? The people that has no connection and people that has no fear and has no understanding of the life that is waiting for them. So they are looking only to this materialistic world, what we say, okay? And they are aiming only to this materialistic world. But they are destroying their eternal life. Because what you do in this materialistic world, that's how you are earning your eternal life. That means now that the man should not become a doctor? Of course. When we say this, the Muslims, they should not go to school to become a doctor. No, they should become a doctor. But before they become a doctor, first, they have to know their Lord. They have to know themselves, why they have been created. Before they do harm to somebody, they have to put the needle to themselves. Understand? Later, to put the knife to the other person to cut from here, cut from there as they like. Maybe it worked, maybe it doesn't. I don't care. No, you have to care. So only care, only worry that comes to you that time, you have to have connection with the heavenly stations. If you have no fear from that, the worldly education that you built is just like without foundation, you're putting a building. It's going to collapse on your own head. It's going to destroy you. Understand? So, we are not against to the worldly education. But the worldly education, now what we say, in the beginning from kindergarten to grades going higher and higher and higher, what is it that they are teaching the children in the kindergarten? Huh? Self-esteem. What is self-esteem? Say, what is that? You went to university, you graduate, you got your diploma. What is the self-esteem? That's all. That's all. So, if you're believing in that way, that guy believes same way too. That one believes same way too. So now there is challenges between you each other, not to make something better, but to try to destroy each other. So our Lord saying, raise in the way of grace, doing good things better than each other, raise it that way that time. You're not going to go putting that one down because he's doing something good. If you're jealous about it, then you're going to run to do something better than that one. That's what Allah and His Prophet and the Islam is teaching you, us. Are we doing that way? Are the Muslims are that way today? Ask yourself, ask your brothers that they are next to each other, sitting each other. You know it. Huh? They're not even giving salam to you, going back and forth. They're not worrying. They're not caring. They're not trying to communicate. They're not trying to understand each other. No. This is the reality. Right? You can say, you can bring whatever you want to, you know. Why? Because they are selfish, egoistic lifestyle. So the selfish, egoistic lifestyle is not accepted in Islam. Okay? It's not accepted. So you cannot be a complete believer. You are not. So you're going to finish that worrying your brothers, then you're going to worry for your community. It is easy to finish your brothers. And this has that problem. That you have something, help that one, is finished. Then you're going to help the community that you are living in it. Without looking to say, who's my neighbor? My neighbor is a believer or unbeliever. Doesn't matter. You are a believer. So you have to act like a believer. You have to live like a believer and the one that who's unbeliever too. You cannot go destroying that one, trying to do something harm to that one because he is unbeliever. So who's our role model? Our role model is our prophet. The unbelievers, they cover all these teachings of the prophet. Then where is the believers? Where is those imams to bring that out again? Where? Because they are in the payrolls of unbelievers. So they selling their religion for a couple of dollars. That's what they are doing. They are afraid. Why you are afraid? Which government is going to come to you to question you, to put you in jail because you're speaking the truth? Huh? Because you're worrying about mankind. Hell with that government. I have no problem with that government. I have no fear from that government. That time, that means if there is such a government, if the world fall into that, that means it's better not to live in this life anymore, yeah? Because there's crime everywhere. So the power is not in your hand. It is in the hand of Allah. So what Prophet did, alayhi salatu wasalam? Some becoming very, they loving this Zionist ones, that they are ready to destroy their own kind. Okay? And saying, if you touch them, I'll bring this sky on your head. That's what he's saying. But when they are garib, the innocent people, that they are being touched by those. And the Muslim, they are unbelievers, but their rights is taken away. Touched by those, they have no, they're not talking anything. They're not making press releases, they're not doing nothing. When it comes to that, they say, I'll bring this skies on your head. Who are you? You or me? Gonna bring these skies down? You became Nemrut. Nemrut tried to bring skies down there. True. So you cannot do that too. You know that. You know your limits. You know that you cannot reach to the roof when you raise your hand up there. You need to put the stick to reach up there. Without the stick, you cannot reach up there. If you don't know yourself, how are you going to know all this? So the Prophet ﷺ was living in Medina when he came to Medina. And his neighbor was from Yahudis. They didn't accept Islam. There was a neighbor. And one day, Holy Prophet said, something must happen to my neighbor. Someone should look and to go and to knock on his door to look if he's okay or not. If he needs something, we have to help him. Okay? And the Sahabis, they went and they find out that he's sick. He's in the house and he's sick. And they said to the Prophet, and the Prophet said to them, let's go to visit him. He's a sick man, we have to visit him. So they went to visit him, and he was shocked and surprised in his bed that he was so sick, and saying to the Prophet, how did you know that I was sick and you came to visit me? And he said to him, you are my neighbor for 3 years now. He says, every day you're putting present in front of my door. I didn't see that present today. And I know that definitely something happened to you. And he said, you know that 3 years that I was doing that? I said, yes. And the Sahabi didn't know. He said, what is it, Ya Rasul? He said, every day that Jew guy, in that time, he was ugly situation. Yes, he was putting his dirtiness out. He was putting his dirty, egoistic action out, which every human has that. So if that take over on you, then you become, doesn't matter you are Jewish or Christian or Muslim. If you are acting according to your ego, you are acting with your animal characteristic. Doesn't matter how you worshiping to Allah at that time. You are acting with your animal characteristic. What Prophet is saying to you, now is the time to make from the small jihad to greater jihad. What is the greater jihad? Ya Rasulullah, they said, this war you can go into your lifetime, maybe one time. Maybe all your life you're not going to go. Which billions of people, they never went to a war. Generals, they came, they become general, and they never went to a war. Right? He says, this is the jihad that we're going to make all our life. What is that? Fighting back to your ego. So Holy Prophet is saying, you were putting your garbage right in front of my door every morning. So when I have to open the door, I have to take the garbage and to go to put it in the dumpster. In the old days, at that time, they didn't have dumpster inside houses and the garbage man is going to come to collect. The Prophet had to walk away, that they are opening a big hole and everyone putting the garbage is there. Prophet has to go there to bringing that Yahudi guy's garbage to dump it in there. And he never let Sahabe Kiram to see that too. Because if they are seeing, they may go and acting something, doing something wrong to that one. And he's watching, carefully taking that and putting it in the garbage. And he said to him, I didn't find my present today. That's why I know that you were sick. So I came to visit you. With the behavior of the Prophet saying, if this is Islam, then I feel shame on myself what I was doing. I'm accepting Islam. Accepting Islam, you're not losing the faith that you have. You are bringing yourself into the higher station of understanding of your Lord, how you're going to worship. So now, the Muslims, they lost this manner. The Muslims, they are attacking to each other. How are they going to accept to do such a thing like that to a Christian or to a Jew? How are they going to do that? Because inside of them, they are full with a revenge, okay, and anger. In Islam, you cannot take revenge because of your egoistic actions. If somebody did to you and it hurt your ego, you cannot run to do that. You can go to the authorities to say, this is what happened to me, and let them to decide, not you. Islam, you may stand up when they are attacking Allah's rights and His Prophet's rights. Otherwise, your Prophet went through so many things. Why is that going to happen to me? Of course it's going to happen to me. You have to think that way. So that is your role model. If you lost your role model, who's your role model now in that way? When you put in your characteristics of ego, who is the role model? Shaitan. That's why what they say, the one who has no Shaykh is Shaitan. He's praying everything, reciting Quran, doing everything, but who's Shaykh? Shaitan. Oh, we have a Shaykh. You have a Shaykh. Like a tourist, you came one time, you gave initiation, you're getting all the benefits, but you're never consulting with the Shaykh. You don't have a Shaykh too. You're consulting with Shaitan. It's nothing else. Shaitan is telling you to do what things. So, that time, definitely you're going to do wrong. If you are not doing wrong, because around the people that they all right, it doesn't give you any qualities. As soon as you move out from there, as soon as you enter to the areas that people are worse than you, you're going to do wrong. And that's exactly what's happening today. So when we are saying that question that you're coming, well, should we not go to school? Should we not educate? Should we not doing this? Share. Your children is educated. I'm not saying to you, don't go educationing. But you have to have foundation. You have to have fear of Allah in your heart. And the love of Allah. So everything, the whole knowledge, whole secret, everything is there. The fear of Allah and the knowledge of Allah. And the love of Allah. If you have fear of Allah in your heart, then you are communicating, yes. Allah is watching me now. How can I do this crime thing? Although that they did so much harm to me, but Allah is watching. So let me back up. Let me just leave it to Him. Let me just let Him do whatever He wants to do. Let me forgive this person. Where is Islam? Where is that Islam? I'm looking for that Islam too. I am looking those Muslims. I'm not talking about Christians and Jews. Leave that part. Because at least those ones, they are provoked in the church. The priest saying some weird things. And the people, they're not believing. It doesn't fit to intelligence. But they say, well, the priest said, and the faith says, don't search. What faith? Which faith says don't search to you? Your intelligence saying to you to search. Mother, father, grandson, manson, son is father, father is son, mother, holy mother, ghost, most, everything is in it. Which one is God? Which one is ghost? Which one is... So I'm saying to the priest, show to me the God, let me worship to that one. No, it's this Holy Ghost, 3 in 1, 1 in 3. I say, it doesn't fit to my intelligence. Saying, why? Because the shaitan just got into you. Evil just got into you. This is not evil, this is intelligent. I'm asking you, teach me that way then. No, so you have to call, you have to say, Jesus, come to me. How I know that Jesus came and it's not shaitan is coming to me now? Say, don't speak that way. So this one is dangerous. Don't put him into the church. Because you all in the church, you're going to listen, but you're not going to raise any question to me. So did you ever see me sitting here and saying to you, don't ask any question? Always I'm saying, ask question. I have no fear. If I don't know the answer, I have no fear to say to you, Or my ego is not going to bother me to say, I don't know the answer. I don't have to know everything. Who knows what kind of weird question you're going to ask to me. But if it's concerning me, I'm going to go to find out, definitely. If you are asking to me, Shaykh, which part of the ant has the stomach, the front or the back? I may know the answer. Your professor doesn't know. Yes, you need to search. So where's the testicles? In the front or the back? Something, some question, right? The ant has a very tiny thing, stomach, in the front and the back. So where's the testicles? In the front or in the back? Something to think. So go and ask the professors that they are studying ants to tell you. But they don't know where is theirs is. Uzaylılar. Kim? Ne diyor? Anlamadım. Sor nedir?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We have one question. Did aliens visit and help humans in the past?
There is no aliens. Stop watching E.T. movies. Start watching Star Trek, Star Wars, or the spark, the ear going up and down, and on those things, and entering into the imagination world. There is no aliens. Okay? There is creatures that they are living on this earth. They didn't go off from this earth. They've been living in this earth before you came into creation. But there's a thin veil between you and them. Only way to open that through submitting yourself to your Lord and doing certain work, and that may open up, and you may enter to their world. You may see. But if you are stuck with this materialistic world and you are worrying what I'm going to eat, what I'm going to drink for tomorrow, what kind of clothes I'm going to wear, what kind of car I'm going to drive, what kind of house I'm going to live in, and I have to protect what is mine, you're never going to understand that world. That world is never going to open to you. Okay? So they are here in this world. They are here in the world. They are here in your own houses. They are here out there. They are on the ground. They are under the ground. They are above the ground. They are in the seas. They are inside and they are under the seas. So there is a veil there that you cannot see. As soon as you break through that, it's in front of you still. And you know, this one is from that world. This one is from this world. This is from children of Adam. That is not from children of Adam. That time you know if you're coming from monkey or monkey coming from monkey, human coming from human, that one is coming from there. That one is a different creature. That one is not coming from monkey too. And it's been living on the face of earth. The number your calculators cannot understand. So now, because of the unknown knowledge, everyone raising some ideas, saying they're coming from the space. So we must build some equipment like theirs that we can go fast and we can reach to them. How are we going to do that? Your time, your lifetime is not going to, even if you build that, your life is not going to be enough to reach there, and they're not there. There's different creatures there too. Allah didn't create all this worlds empty. It looks empty to you. But there is something there. Everything has the reasonings. If you go to understand this with this worldly knowledge, the fuse up there is going to blow up. You're forcing too much. If you're sending into this room more than 100 watt, 110 volt electricity, and you send in 200, what's going to happen? Abdul Hamid left. What's going to happen? Everyone has to know. Either you're going to blow the fuse. If you put heavy fuse there, you're going to blow up all the lights there. So you're going to stay in darkness because you let heavier electricity to enter to this room. Okay? But what is out there, what is that electric poles are carrying is not 110 volt. You're dropping it. Where they are taking that is completely different. There's thousands, tens of thousands of volts of electricity they are producing, and you need to have heavier cables to carry it, and it comes down, 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 down. You can't use that little tiny thing inside the light bulb, and then the light is working. Same light, same electricity, gives you heat, gives you air conditioning, gives you light, gives you fan, lets your radio to work. You get charged, you charge your iPhones. You put your computers on it, everything is on it, but the same electricity, right? So now, this is also has different work with different creatures. You say electricity, but you know how to produce electricity, but the electricity itself, you don't know what it is. Touch it, it show you what it is. It turns you into a black hole. So there's a power there. It's a big power there. Must be something. Must be connected with something else. Some other powers. So, mankind, things that they don't know, they deny. And they don't want to say, well, let me go to holy books to see what prophet says about these things. Because Shaitan saying to them, no, you know better than anything else. What are you going to do? So you have universities, you have this, you have that. So they are building education that there is no foundation in the university. What is foundation? Allah and the prophets and the holy books. Have that there. Teach a mankind. Yeah. Teach a mankind to become human first, later to be a doctor. Because if he's not a human, he's not going to care for a human. He's just going to look at that one like a dog, like a cat, whichever ones is going to give more money, he's going to run to save that one. So, what do you think? If there is a doctor here, which in the license they have to swear, and the man has a dog, and the dog is sick, and there's another man, he's sick, he's ready to die, he has no money. And the man has a dog saying, come and cure my dog, I'm giving you $5,000. Where that, from that 100%, if there is 100 doctors here, by your own idea, how many you think is going to run to save the life of that man for free? You are very good. You're thinking very good, mashallah. 20%. Not anymore anywhere, really. But in the countries, in the areas, the people, they believe in God some way, somehow, heavily. In that area, maybe you find 20%, yes. But in the other areas, 95% is running to save the dog because $5,000. The other one, we're not going to get money. How do we know that? They go to hospitals and say, I don't have no money. And look how long you're going to sit and wait on the emergency. And after emergency, what's going to happen to you? Say, I don't have insurance. Now that is they forcing a little bit. Now they live 20 years from now, ago, worse. They didn't even take you into hospital. You don't have insurance. And that's happening in so many countries still. So that is, now you're studying to be a doctor for what? Why are you running to be a doctor? To save the man's life? To help mankind? Or to run to make money? Which one is it? But if you have fear from Allah, definitely, if you're doing a work, you work in hospital, the money is still going to come, right? But you're going to really put your heart out to watch that patient. You're not going to do it like a doctor who did it to me. I have a lung problem and he's sending me to have operation to my heart. And I had to fight with doctors saying, no, I'm not going for operation. You crazy, you lunatic. I'm in the bed. I cannot breathe. But I have to fight with the doctors because they are preparing to take me to open my heart. And these guys, they came over there. I said to them, if they do, you got to take me out. Look at that one. Yeah. So, if that doctor, I know it and he doesn't know. That's his profession. I know I'm fighting with him. I'm saying to him, it's not my heart. I know my heart. I'm carrying my heart. You're not carrying my heart. I know how it's working. He's never doing wrong up till now. But, so, anyway. So if you don't have the fear of Allah, fear of God in your heart, definitely that time you're not going to be too successful. It's just like no foundation in the building. You're putting the building. There is no wind. There is no shaking. There is nothing. It's standing a little bit. 10 people coming up here, everything is going to collapse. Because no foundation. Little wind coming, it's going to blow away. A little bit water coming, you're going to disappear. Your building is going to disappear inside the water. Because there's no foundation. Just like that to the man. Education, you are educated. Higher stations they are reaching, more dangerous they become. Because everything has to become according to their ego now. Individual or a nation rising against to my ego, I gotta crush them down. So all these people, don't we experiencing them? From Saddam Hussein to Gaddafi and to all these ones, what they were doing. They are Muslim. Who says that they are Muslim? Who says that they are Muslim? First, they are dictators. Dictators cannot be a Muslim. Okay? So now, how they came, these people, to the power? Who put them to the power? Later, the West says, get rid of them. How are we going to get rid of them? You are the one who put them up there. You are the one who's giving the gun to them. You are the one who's turning that gun to the people. How are you going to get rid of them? Hey, West, yes. Now I'm seeing Saudi Arabia. Now all these things that is still happen, okay? And they are saying, we got to get rid of Saddam, we got to get rid of Gaddafi, we got to get rid of da. They are the one who give them the gun. They are the one who helped them to build army force to themselves to crush people down. So now they are seeing how much trouble they are going into also to bring them down. But now they have to bring them down because they touch their ego. It's not because they love those people there. No, they say, they raise their head to them too, saying, oil price is going to be this way. We are the one who owns the oil, not you. Then they say, we're going to bring you down. Because the oil price in America cannot go to $10. But it's going to go. It's going, running. Anyway, so they have to bring them down some way, somehow. But while they are bringing those down, last year, they sell to Saudi Arabia, that they are saying Saudi Arabia is the headquarters of the terrorism. They are supporting terrorism. Saudi Arabia bought from America $60 billion worth of weapons, from planes to count, and they also give $65 billion order. This year they have to deliver it. So now, who used that power? Who's going to use that power? The another dictator, that king over there, right? If the people are going to rise, what do you think that king is going to do with those weapons? Aren't they going to use those weapons against their people? So if you are helping them, aren't you the same criminal like those? Same thing. So, yeah, I have no fear saying that. From here to the White House. I am saying that. You want to hang me for that? Go ahead. I'm going to say, I have no fear. The fear is from Allah, not from you. But the time of tyrants, I also know that it came to an end. It's going to crash down. There is no way out. Because one period of time Allah gave to that power to the hands of those who's not believing in Him. That time is up now. That's why you see everywhere rising this, that. And some people are still trying to get some power from that. You're not going to. You're going to crash with that down. So either you're going to turn back to your own self, to your origin, to understand that you are from the children of Adam. And first thing is to have at least proper respect to your own kind. Your own kind. Leave everything, every belief and every race and every that. You have to have proper respect first. The person believing or not, it's not your business. You are not judging. I cannot judge. I can talk about it, but I cannot judge. Today he is unbeliever. Tomorrow, maybe he is supporting the top beliefs. Just like people, Umar radiallahu anh, like the other ones. They were unbelievers. They're coming to crush Islam. But then they became the sword of Islam. So, we have to worry. We have to watch ourselves. Today, we are in this. How are we going to get up for tomorrow? Are you watching that? Are you worrying today, tomorrow, how much you're going to eat? What are you going to earn? What's going to happen? Are you worrying which level of your faith is tomorrow is? Are you thinking that tomorrow Azrael may come to visit me? Thinking about it? You know, so dangerous. So also there is no aliens, your understanding. You foolish Saldaran, you must be the one who's asking the question. You come up here and I'm going to show you the aliens. You run away from me, wait. Anyway, so, weird thinkings. Unity, except one person. Not, sweet. Let that one to sleep. Sohbet finish. Fatiha.